welcome to Eat Nutrition YouTube channel. My voice is still very grumpy because it's 20 to 7 in the morning. I've just woken up and I'm about to make, so this is a big mouthful, so here it goes: banana, almond, carrot, apple, oatmeal cake. Yeah. So here are the ingredients I'm going to use. I've got about 3 apples here, already peeled and cut, a couple of carrots, I've got 5 eggs, flaxseed, I do have a porridge oats, it's not oatmeal as I mentioned earlier, you know, you can choose whatever you want. I've got stevia here, a couple of bananas, homemade yogurt, almond butter, baking powder, vanilla and cinnamon. And what I'm going to do and what I'm going to start with, I'm actually going to grate the apples and carrots. So here are the grated apples and carrots, and for the rest I'm just going to use a blender. So I've got the eggs here, which I'm going to put in the blender. I've got about 250 grams of yogurt. I have about 20 grams of flaxseed with, about 150 gram of oats. I've got about 100 grams of almond butter, and with the Truvia, you just simply have to go with the taste, to be honest with you. Like, if you want it a little bit sweeter, then obviously add some more. If you don't like it that sweet, just bear in mind that you will have sweetness from the bananas and also the apples, so be mindful of how much you add to that. I would usually go for about a third of a cup, because Truvia usually measures a third of Truvia measures 1 part of sugar. And I'm going to add, you know, the cinnamon, vanilla and the rest of the essences later. So here is the ready mixture. Just be mindful that it's going to be runnier than your usual one that you're probably used to, but bear in mind that oats do absorb liquid quite a lot, so it does actually need to be a little bit runnier. And you just pour this over the already grated carrots and apple, and you just stir it, and then you pour it in the pan that you're going to use to make the cake. So I've got a couple of silicone forms here. You don't have to use silicone. They're not, I mean, it's not a big deal if you do. If you don't, there is a lot of controversy around that anyway. So I'm just separating it into, what I do find is that, you know, if the dishes are a little bit shallower, it does actually bake quicker and it bakes better, but you can use any type of cake pan to do it. So once this is almost done, that will go in the oven that has already been warmed up to about 180 to 100 degrees, and I do use fan oven. Obviously adjust that if you don't, and that's going to go in the oven for about 40 minutes. So here they are in the oven. As I mentioned, it's about 170-80 degrees, fan assisted. And just be mindful that this type of cake is going to be a little bit moister than your usual one. So, you know, you will just have to keep an eye on it in, you know, in the cooking period. It can take less than that. Just, you know, after the first 20-30 minutes, just use a skewer and, you know, just poke the cake and see how it comes out. So it's been about half an hour, and I'm going to check how they're going. Ooh. Yeah, it's very hot. So I think this is actually, yeah, I just need to give it another, yeah, skewer comes out a little bit, like, with a little bit of stuff on it. And my kids are arguing. How amazing is that? So I'll give it another 10 minutes. Just the life of being a mom. Okay, let's give it another check now. I think they actually work pretty nicely. Yes, the skewer is coming out clean. For some reason my oven doesn't bake as well on the left side as it does on the right, so I'm just going to take the red one out and I'm going to leave the blue one for a little bit longer. So here is what the ready cake looks like. It's still very hot. I'm just gonna allow it to cool down for a little bit, and then I'm going to take it out of the what is this? Of the form? Yeah. Of the cake form, and yeah, I'm going to allow it to cool down for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so I'm going to tip it into the plate. So that's one of the reasons why I actually use the silicone forms, because they're so much easier to get out. And here it is, voila! So I'm just gonna tip it back. I prefer this shape. So it's a little bit warmer. Okay, so I'm going to tip it into the plate. So that's one of the reasons why I actually use the silicone forms, because they're so much easier to get out. And here it is, voila! So I'm just gonna tip it back. I prefer this shape. So it's a little bit warmer. It's okay, you can stop it now, yeah. So here it is, and I'm just going to cut a slice to show you what it looks on the inside. So here it is. As I said, you know, it's going to be a little bit moist, but it's so delicious. I hope you enjoy it.